So, good evening and thank you for joining us. This is probably the last live that we're going to do from home before we go away, isn't it?
Yeah, so welcome everybody. We are Ohana of Three. If you're new to our channel, welcome. If we have not seen you before, if we have seen you before, then welcome back and thank you for joining us. So, oh, was that your bone clicking or was it my shoulder or something? I'm not sure if I felt me or you clicked, Jasper. So today we are going to go over our Disney dining plans.
Sounds so weird saying that without having the dining.
I know. So basically like the Disney side of what we've booked. So last time we went over all of our Universal dining plans. So we spoke about all the restaurants we're planning on going to in Universal. Most of them were more on International Drive, wasn't they?
Yeah.
And places like that. We touched on a couple of little quick service places that we might explore in Universal and one or two like table service, but I always feel like Universal's dining is completely different to Disney. Like you don't have to book your restaurants for Universal really far in advance. The park doesn't actually have that many.
No, although it does have the best theme park restaurant in the world and we've still not booked in to go to it. But
where's that?
It's in the sea themed bit near
what restaurant is that?
Oh, Mythos.
Mythos?
Yeah. Anyway, sorry. So the plan is to take you through where we're gonna eat, what the prices are, and a little bit about why we've chosen to eat there as well, and some of the ones that we've missed. Hi, Dennis.
Hi, Dennis.
So we've got a nice spreadsheet. I'll quickly show you the colour coded and formulaed and macroed spreadsheet.
Colour coded that he coloured in bright yellow. That's really strange.
I don't know what a macro is, but I've put macros on it somewhere. But you're going to take us through what we're eating and where, aren't you?
What do you mean macro? I don't know what macro is.
Exactly. It's a special type of formula.
How did you put it on if you don't know what it is?
Oh.
Well, I don't even get what it does.
It's to tell me that colour means that you're eating in a quick service, table service, or whatever, and and then it adds up the cost of each of them at the end of it.
Oh, okay. This thing says get colour.
Yeah, that's my formula. Don't worry about that.
Okay, very, very strange.
Hi, Anne.
I don't understand it. Hi, Anne. Okay, so if you've been on the channel before, you will know. If not, I'll explain to you now. So we are going to arrive on in Florida on the 1st of August this year, 2022. So we will leave Manchester Airport on the 1st of August. We will land at Orlando International Airport and we will go straight to Universal's Endless Summer. We will spend 1 week there and then we will move on to Disney, where we are moving to Port Orleans French Quarter. So the first day at Disney obviously is a little bit hit and missy because we're going to be leaving Universal. We're not too sure what time we're going to leave Universal because that will be the last day of Universal before we move to Disney, and we're not intending to go back during our Disney period. Also, the hotel at Disney won't be ready until a certain time, so we're in no kind of rush to leave Universal in the morning, and equally no rush to get over to Disney because we've got 3 weeks there. So we've decided on that first day.
If we were really bored and we wanted to go, we could just go and leave our bags and go to the parks because we've got 4 weeks worth of tickets for 3 weeks.
Yeah,
so.
but we don't have a park reservation that day.
No, but you can get one on the day.
Well, I don't know. You say you can get one on the day. I don't. Would you recommend that you do actually book your park days before going in advance? So a lot of people still don't know that you do have to book a park reservation for all the parks that you want to go to. So every day you want to go to a park, you must book a park reservation for that day.
Yeah, Dennis is saying, did we take any recommendations on board? So we've kind of locked down what we're doing for International Drive, but
we might have done.
We're also still open because as much as we'll go to like Cracker Barrel, we are going to work out the cost once we get there, and we might swap that to something else. So we're semi locked down for International Drive, and Disney, I'd say we're locked down, but we've changed this plan 5 times in the last week. So
gone on and off with different places, up and down, but you'll see what we've got, and then like I said, if anybody's got any more recommendations, feel please feel free to let us know. We have got a lot.
If anyone knows any ways of suddenly coming into money that's legal
Yeah,
as well.
because the problem we've got this time is that obviously we don't have the dining plan, so it's been very, very hard to pare back on dining because we're used to having a lot of dining, and I know that some people may only have 1 or 2 dining reservations, and you know that's completely fine. You do what you can afford, and I think if we hadn't had the dining plan previously, that would have been us.
Yeah.
I think we would maybe just chose 2 or 3 or 4 places that we thought looked nice and might have just gone with them. But because we've experienced all these amazing food places, we want to eat at them again. Also, we want to do some characters for Matilda. My mum wants to see some characters.
I want to see some.
I want to take Matilda to my mum to some of the nice restaurants that we've been to.
Yeah.
So that's why we've kind of like, and then we ended up like skimming the list right down. And then like we went on recommendations and stuff and we added more.
Yeah.
And then we like skimmed it down again, was like, oh no, because that's expensive, we'll skim the price down. And then we just kind of justify again why we need it and add it back in again. So we just...
Yeah, Dennis had thought that. Dennis is saying the Uber price to Cracker Barrel might be as much as the meal. And that, yeah, once we're there and we can properly quote it, then we'll make a call on it. Just to touch on Disney before we start, so we're budgeting $200 a day. That's food, merchandise, everything. So we are on a very tight budget.
Yeah.
Part of that $200 a day is accounted for by, we've got $1,200 worth of dining credit because we've done the split stay. So we've got a 2-week stay and a 1-week stay, and $400 worth of Disney gift cards. So again, that's because we booked 2 stays. So we've got $1,600 from Disney, and then the rest we've had to put towards it. But it is a very tight budget, and you'll see when we go through the prices in a minute, it is very, very tight.
I think like we took $200 a day the previous times when we had the dining plan, and we had more than enough, and we brought back. So
I don't think we're planning to buy half as much merch this time.
But I think that's why we've still gone for the $200 a day, because
no, that's just all we can afford.
No, it's not that, because otherwise, if we can't, we'd have to work out what we could afford.
Yeah.
Not could afford, but if you could only afford $100 a day, you wouldn't go, would you? Because you wouldn't be able to eat. So we've kind of thought, last time we took $200 a day, we came back with lots. We bought lots that we're not going to repeat because we've already got that stuff. So that $200 a day this time should work out perfectly fine with us.
Matilda won't want as many toys, or he says.
She will do, but it's not that. We didn't want. I mean, things that we've bought previously, like we bought the whole monorail set. We bought the castle.
Train set.
Yeah, well, that's something different. But I'm just trying to say that things that we've bought previously have been big purchases that we will not be buying again this time. So we've calculated it that we should be okay.
Yeah, Dennis, we're having a look at the menu for seasons 52. It's one of the options that we're going to consider if we don't make Cracker Barrel.
Oh, write that down then, because I always forget all these things.
No, I've got it. I've wrote it down.
Okay. Well done. Okay, so like I said, so we're going to change over to French Quarter, which will be on the 8th of August, and we've got no dining reservations that day. The plan is that once we get to French Quarter, we will obviously check in, go to our rooms, find our rooms. You just kind of like want to like settle in your room a little bit. I always think like unpack a few bits. Maybe unpack everything, or sometimes it just depends on how you feel. And then also my mum's with us, so I want to show my mum's unpacked, and then I want to make sure that I show my mum the resort, so she's aware of where everything is, so that if she's ever there when we're not there, or she wants to go to the food court and get herself a drink without us, she's aware of where everything is and she's capable of doing that. So we're going to show her like the food court. I'm sure Matilda wants to show her the arcade. The shop, then we'll show her like where, she'll know where guest service is from checking in, but we'll just recap that for her in case she has any questions or anything when we're not there.
We'll show her where the Beignet Cafe is.
Yeah, things like where the toilets are, when she's having her food, and then we're going to have to show her the pool, laundry facilities, and where to get the boat to Disney Springs. The resort is really small, so she'll probably, by seeing all that, she'll see all the buildings, and she'll kind of see everything, and then we'll kind of show her the walkway to Riverside. Now, we did say we might even walk over to Riverside on that first day, and go and get some tea at Riverside so that we can show her how short the walk is. Or we might get the boat to Disney Springs that night so that we can go to Disney Springs and show her Disney Springs. All kind of depends on how tired we are. We might even just literally eat in the French Quarter to Beulah Float Works, which is their food court area, and go to bed ready for the next day.
It all depends on time.
It depends on time and how we're feeling, everything like that. Yeah.
Dennis is saying about a website for hotels over here because of the weather. We're not too bad. We've not got aircon, and we were in Costco yesterday and they had an aircon unit reduced, and what do we don't, and said for the 2 or 3 days a year that we'll need it, we just won't bother. We'll just...
So at the minute on my watch it's 32 degrees, so Celsius. We never get that. 32 degrees Celsius, which is 100 and something, I think about 102 maybe, I'm not quite too sure.
Dennis says there's a dessert like at Seasons 52 as well.
Oh, okay. So it's definitely hotter here than what we are ever used to.
Yeah.
But in saying that, it's been a little bit cloudy today and a little bit windy, so it hasn't been like the full on 30 something degree heat shining on us, and I think that's made a big difference, hasn't it, to how we felt today with the weather. Because I was thinking, we'll have to get used to this. It's going to be like in Florida, so we'll get used to it.
Right, I will stop interrupting you now and I'll let you go. Yeah. Sorry.
So, like we said, that's going to be the first day. We're kind of base a lot of our dining off as well of what parks we're in.
Yeah.
So if we're dining in the park, we're making sure that we have a reservation for that day and we're already in that park. And similar with like dining at other Disney hotels and resorts, we're making sure that we're at a park that's near to that hotel, so that it's not too far to stretch ourselves between them. So the very first day we are doing Magic Kingdom, and we're going to Matilda's all-time favourite. I know it's very controversial, but she absolutely loves it.
Even more controversial at the minute.
Yes, we'll talk about them. It is Chef Mickey's. Now, I don't know why, but she just absolutely loves Chef Mickey's. I think we did it the first time we went in 2018, we did it, and she loved it. Then we went back in 2019 and she just loved it even more, to the point that we did it twice.
At least, might have even been more than
that.
No,
it wasn't more.
Oh no, so I'm factoring Christmas in. That's
we did it twice. Then we went at Christmas, and I think we might have even done it
twice.
Yeah, I think we did it twice by accident in the August.
Yeah.
I think we got extra credit because we had a bad meal or something, and we didn't really know what to do with it. It was like the last couple of days, it was really short on timing. So I said, you know what, let's just pick your favourite meal and we'll go and do it again and show Chef Mickey's. So then it kind of became a thing that we did it at the beginning of the holiday as like our first restaurant and as our last restaurant, because that's what we did. So then when we went at Christmas, we booked it for our first restaurant again, and then Matilda was like, well, hang on a minute, we do Chef Mickey's as our last restaurant, which we didn't really, but because we'd done it in August, she assumed that we were then going to do it as our last one. Yeah. So we kind of kept it up, didn't we? Did it as our first and our last. So we're going to do Chef Mickey's and show Mum Chef Mickey's. Now, at the minute, we didn't realise this, but Chef Mickey's currently is an all-you-care-to-enjoy
but not a buffet.
Table platter, like Liberty Tree Tavern, like Garden Grill, not actually the buffet that we're used to.
And
so
it doesn't look anywhere near as good.
No, so at the minute we're going to have to at least do it once because she wants to do it, but I don't think we'll be doing it twice. I think we'll definitely do it once because she loves the character interaction. She loves like the costumes and things that they wear, and everything like that is still funky, and napkin dance.
It's just the food's not as good.
Yeah.
Dennis said hi, Jasper.
Ah, he's got his ball, Dennis. What have you got? Have you got your ball? His tail's like going 10 to the dozen.
We'll go see what we think of it.
We're definitely going to go because we need to go once, don't we, to see it, and then we'll see from that. Then the next day we're going to go to Animal Kingdom. So we swapped it around this trip. Normally we actually do Animal Kingdom first, but we're going to do Animal Kingdom second this time. So we're going to Animal Kingdom, and we wasn't going to do any reservation this day, was it? We're just going to leave it and do nothing. And then we said that we might go to Animal Kingdom Lodge because my mum's never seen Animal Kingdom Lodge. And when I went when I was younger, the first time I went, they was actually building Animal Kingdom. So the second time that I went, Animal Kingdom had just opened. So I don't know if the lodge had opened the same year. I don't really know the
No.
logistics of that. But obviously we never really went to anything like that, so I think she'd love to see Animal Kingdom Lodge. So we've now decided with that we've booked Boma. Now we did Boma years ago, and I'm talking absolutely years ago, like 15 years ago or something. We did do it for tea, didn't we?
Yeah, we did breakfast last time.
Yeah. Last year at Christmas we did breakfast, and we didn't think it was that good, and only because
we say this
Matilda.
about all the breakfast. So
Well, yeah, but Boma breakfast is generally a little bit better because it has food from other kind of cultures and African inspired food, which is good. And Matilda's got a really good palate, but she does kind of the Simba waffles and like a sausage, a pancake, and some fruit. And I was like, we could get that at a quick service. For like a lot less price, or like even somewhere else. And Animal Kingdom Lodge is quite far out. So we didn't really justify that. So we said we wouldn't do Boma again for breakfast.
We've chosen it for dinner after watching Theme Park Ohana again now, haven't we? Because
really good.
we couldn't remember what it was like for dinner.
No, I've seen it
but
for ages, exactly.
we hear all the good reviews. So we watched Theme Park Ohana, we went a few months ago, and it looked really good. So we had the playoff of that and Sanaa, and we've done Sanaa recently, and the views are amazing. The food was alright.
Well, recently, we did Sanaa in 2019.
Yeah, that's recent for us.
That's not recent.
The food was just alright. We got the meat just didn't seem that nice. It was all chewy and gristly.
You liked it. I didn't like it.
Yeah, my meat wasn't the best either though. The bread selection was nice.
You said yours was fine. It was me that didn't really like mine at the time. It was okay. I just wasn't that massive fan of it. So we said we're going to go for Boma.
Oh, so we've not gone over the prices either.
Oh right, okay. So I didn't want you doing that.
Yeah.
So is this for 2 adults and a child?
Yeah.
So for 2 adults and a child, Chef Mickey's is coming out at $146. And actually Boma for 2 adults and a child is $150.
Yeah.
And to think
No, it's a little bit cheaper than that, so I factored in the tip on some of them and not others. I've been clever like that.
Isn't it on some and not
Yeah,
others?
no,
Then that's not going to make sense.
No, I apologise. Boma is cheaper than Chef Mickey's, so I think it's about $40 an adult. I will get you the price while you talk.
And then just because you,
yeah,
you're telling
it's
people
because
the
I
wrong
added
thing
it
then.
in
I
at the
don't
last
like
minute.
that. I don't
Sorry.
like not saying the right actual thing because
Go on, you carry
like
on
you've
talking,
also
I'll
got
get the
Ale
right
and
one.
Compass here is $150.
Yeah, it's because the ones that we added in at the last minute.
And I'm thinking that Chef Mickey's is an actual character dining meal, so you wouldn't expect it to
Oh
be.
no, it's $49 for an adult and $30 for a child, so $130 plus tax for Boma.
Yeah, so plus tax as well.
Yeah, so it probably is about $150 then.
Gosh,
That's
so
all right.
so Boma is actually more expensive than Chef Mickey's, and Chef Mickey's is character dining. That's one to look at. That's a bit unusual, isn't it? So then the next, I'm not going to talk about quick service because I feel like that's pretty self-explanatory that we'll just pick up different quick service in the parks. I might at the end, we might talk about some of our favourite quick service locations.
Sorry, 1 second, Dennis. We'll come to California Grill in a sec and our reasons for and against that when we get to the contemporary part.
So, like I said, we might talk a little bit about the quick service, but when, like I'm saying, we're having Chef Mickey's for tea, we are just going to get like either something in the park for lunch or breakfast, or like I said on the last video, we're going to go to Walmart or Target and we're going to get some cereal bars, some fruit, some snacks, and try and have breakfast in our room or on the go, and then try and have a lunch, and then try and have a meal around
Dennis
these
has
different
got the right
times.
idea. Stay at the All Stars and go to McDonald's for breakfast.
Yeah, I know,
So
we did
we-
say
yeah,
it looks fun that. Then on the next day we're planning a Hollywood Studios day. So we've gone for something that we've never done before actually. We've never booked this restaurant before.
Oh no.
We thought it would be somewhere a little bit different, and we've actually gone for 50s Primetime Cafe. We liked the reviews of it. We saw Paige and Miss Morrow had been there recently and they looked pretty good. Matilda likes the humorous side to it. I'm not sure my mother will.
No.
But we thought it was quite fun. We all liked something on
The food.
the menu. Yeah, I just thought it was a little bit different, a little bit quirky. Not like a normal restaurant.
No.
So yeah, we've chosen 50s Primetime. So because we're in a park that day and that restaurant is in the park, we've gone for like a lunchtime reservation so that we can go in the morning, have a little bit of time, have try and have our reservation when like the peak heat will be at lunchtime, which is in the middle of the day, and then we've got a couple more rides afternoon, and then we can go back to the hotel. So that was for 2 adults and 1 child is $100.
Yeah, that's working out roughly off entrees
Yeah,
for 3 of
It's
us.
working out like roughly what we all might have picked
Yeah.
as an entree. Is that not including drinks though?
No, but drinks aren't that expensive, so
Okay.
we're fine with those.
So that's just for entrees.
Yeah, I'm really hoping we have a fun server at prime time.
Yeah, I
I've
think
seen
that'll be
everything we
good.
miss tomorrow, so I'm hoping.
I'm
so.
hoping we do. I know I have heard people saying like when you arrive, you can say like,
You don't want it.
oh, you say you don't want
Yeah.
it. Oh, I see. But I've heard them saying you can ask for a TV though.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Say like, can I have a booth? Can I have a seat with a TV?
Yeah.
And I'm hoping because there's 4 of
Yeah,
us,
that we should get
we
that.
should fit nice and
Yeah.
snugly on that. The next day we are at Epcot, so we are going a little bit hard or go home at the beginning. We're doing like every park and then we're having a full rest at the weekend. So we are doing like
we
Magic
say we're having
Kingdom.
a full rest. We'll see what happens.
So we are doing like Magic Kingdom, Animal Kingdom, Hollywood Studios, Epcot, then rest.
Yeah.
So for Epcot we are doing Garden Grill for lunchtime again. So we've gone for the middle of the day. And for 2 adults and 1 child, that is $146.
Really
So,
looking forward to
The
it.
same as Chef Mickey's. I think all the buffets, all the character buffets, are the same price.
Yeah.
They're all $146. Well,
Yeah.
that's for 2 adults and a child. All the adult and child price is similar, but $146. So we're looking forward to Garden Grill because again, we like the food. We did want to do it for breakfast.
Yeah, it's not open.
And I know what I'll say about breakfast being quite standard, but they have the giant warm cinnamon roll that really sets their breakfast apart from other breakfasts as such. I know like Ohana breakfast you get like the ham and the pineapple bread, which is a little bit different. And I know at some others you get a few different little things, but I do feel like that warm cinnamon bread
Was amazing.
I could just literally go and have that on a coffee.
Yeah.
That would be my breakfast. I don't need anything else.
No.
That would be
They
amazing.
should do it at Sunshine Seasons.
For reference, you do get a skillet. Well, you used to get a skillet with bacon, sausage, potatoes,
Waffles.
scrambled egg, waffles.
You also got a
And
skillet
you
of
got a
fruit.
bowl of fruit.
Yeah.
So it was a really good place for breakfast, but they don't do it anymore. So we're going for lunch there. Then the next day we're trying to book like the Saturdays and Sundays because it's the weekends, and we know it's going to be busier around weekends. We don't use crowd calendar or anything like that. By the way, we're not tourist plans. We don't plan out. I know people plan their park days around what touring plans say,
I'm too tired
but
to pay for it.
well, not that. I don't really get how they're going to predict. I don't know. I suppose you could do now with the reservation system, but I don't see how they have access to
No, they've
Disney's
not got
reservation
access to it.
system.
They
So
just know if it's sold out or not. That's all they
okay.
know.
Yeah, I don't know. So we've just kind of gone for the fact that the weekends will probably be busier, so we're going to avoid them a little bit. So we're going to go for Disney Springs. So we've never actually put in a day for Disney Springs. We've always been like, we'll just go to Disney Springs like ad hoc, like in the afternoon, haven't we?
Yeah.
Or we'll go like in the morning or something like that. But we've kind of put it actually in as a whole day. So because we're going to Disney Springs, we have got
Grand Floridian Cafe.
yeah, well, you've put it in for breakfast, but you've put we're going at 18:45.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
So
I'm
now
going
I'm
for breakfast,
confused.
not at 18.
Okay, yeah. So Grand Floridian Cafe was not at the minute my favourite restaurant.
Yeah,
on
so
Saturdays.
underrated. Or was underrated.
but the menu has changed quite considerably since the last time we went, and I feel like they've got rid of a lot of all those signature.
Yeah, they've got a very, very small menu now.
Yeah, the menu's gone quite limited, and it's not as upmarket. Is that
It was
right?
never a market, but it's just not as nice as what it was.
Yeah, I don't know. I think some of the things that I had previously have gone off the menu, and that's kind of put me
Put you off it a little bit.
off
hasn't it?
slightly. Do you think that's the right?
Yeah, so we'll go give breakfast to do
Yeah.
aren't
So we've decided that because we still like it and I still want Mum to kind of see the Grand Floridian, I know we could just do the Gas Grillers Grill,
Yeah.
which is their quick service location in the Grand Floridian. We're going to go for breakfast because the breakfast does actually look really
Well,
good.
we've had breakfast on Christmas Day when we went for Christmas dinner and ended up with
brunch.
pancakes.
Well, I think it's like breakfast slash brunch,
Yeah.
isn't it, that they do there? So you can get like the crab cake, egg benedicts. You can get the traditional pancakes. You can get chicken and waffles.
The Mickey pancake.
The Mickey pancakes. There's quite a few nicer things for breakfast. So,
On toast.
yeah, I always think like I wouldn't go for breakfast if I was just going to get pancakes because I can get them at a quick service. But things like avocado on the sourdough toast with poached eggs and it was something like, don't take my word for it, but it was something kind of like, there was lots of more nicer breakfast options.
I've just been doing my research, you're looking about $15 to $20 per breakfast entree.
Yeah, and we're going to go in the morning basically, so because we've got Disney Springs Day, we're going to go in the morning, so I'm not sure if we might even like Uber it over.
We'll see.
We're trying to cut down on costs, so we might even just go get the thing straight to the Magic Kingdom.
Yeah, and then just walk.
And just walk on the walkway. Yeah, we need to probably try and do that as much as we can to cut down.
Dennis is saying about the Irma sandwich and the roast beef sandwich. We love Irma sandwich, and since we last went, they now do Cat and Rose Bake Shop in there as well, so you can get the cakes as well. So we're definitely, that's on the must-dos for the quick services, isn't it?
So we're going to then obviously head from the Grand Floridian. We can come out of their hotel and we can get the bus directly from their hotel. Oh no, you can't.
Yes, you can. You can't go from the parks to Springs.
Oh, okay, yeah. We're going to go to Disney Springs, and then we're just going to have the day kind of mulling around there, showing them all the shops, the entertainment. We was like umming and ahhing about booking a Disney Springs restaurant.
Yeah, I'm
but
still
we just couldn't
House of Blues. I want to go back to.
Well, we've done the House of Blues already, and we decided that it's pretty much a bit similar to the Polite Pig, in like it's kind of.
We may still do it because we get 15% off, so we'll see.
Yeah, and then we've done the House of Blues already. We've done Boathouse already.
Yeah.
We did Rainforest Cafe,
which is the same as T-Rex,
which like T-Rex is still. I don't really rate those. And then I know there's loads more, but every menu that we looked at, like we looked at like Chef Art Smith's Homecoming, and we just didn't really think it was.
Well, the chicken sounds really nice, but just expensive for what it is, isn't
anything
it?
to like write home about. I don't know.
Hi, Jackson and Shaw.
Hi, Jackson and Shaw. I think we just couldn't decide on like anything that we particularly liked. There was one that I liked, was it the Edison?
Yes, we looked at Edison, we looked at Wine by George, we looked at Enzo's.
We literally looked at all of them.
We looked at Wolfgang Puck. While we're on it, I'm still gutted that they took Wolfgang Puck Express away. That was the best quick service bar now.
When we used to have the dining plan, Wolfgang Puck used to have Wolfgang Puck Express. Like, well, they didn't used to have the other one, it only used to be that one.
They did, they used to have two, and then they shut the table service to open the new table service.
Ah, okay. And it was quick service, even though you ordered and they brought the food to you. But it was full on meals. Well, I suppose it is full on meals anyway, but it was lovely for what it was. And they shut the restaurant, and like you said, shut them both and then made a new restaurant, but never opened the quick service side of it, which is a bit of a shame because it was really lovely, the food there.
I'll get down off my high horse now.
Yeah, so anyway, like I said, we're going to go to the Grand Floridian Cafe that day, and then if we're still around Disney Springs in the evening, we might choose to go somewhere there. So our favourites in Disney Springs are definitely the Polite Pig, Earl of Sandwich, Blaze Pizza. We want to try Chicken Guy and Deluxe Burger. We've not tried either of those. So Deluxe Burger and Chicken Guy are kind of ones that we're going to have a little look at.
You're missing one massive one as well.
What?
Gideon's.
Yeah, obviously Gideon's, but that's pudding. So Gideon's was never there when we was there, so we definitely.
They had Gideon's in the Polite Pig, but they were always sold out. Every time we went, I went to ask them, they were always sold out.
Yes, we tried to get them cookies, didn't we? Was that what that was?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realise that was the Gideon cookies. Yeah, we tried, didn't we, forever to try and get them Gideon cookies. I suppose because when we went, we only went later in the afternoon. Yeah. I think you did say one day we're going to have to get up early to go to it. And I was like, don't be ridiculous.
I think it was like 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. and we were just never there
always missed them.
Times.
We're going to have a little nosy in Amorettes. I've seen that blood orange eclair looks amazing at the moment. I don't know if that's serving over there. It's like some orange festival. What is it? The
It's the
Festival of
Florida
Florida.
Food Festival.
Oh, Flavour of Florida.
That's it. Yes.
Flavours of Florida. So I'm hoping that's still going to be there because
It's
some
on
of the
till
food
the 14th,
looks
I think.
lovely. Of
August.
August. Oh, good, because some of the food looks really nice with that. Also, Ghirardelli. We went to Ghirardelli once and got an ice cream sundae, and it was so good.
Yeah.
And I've never got one again.
I think that was because of the dining plan though, because it never worked properly there. You converted it to a value, and
Yeah,
so we
but I
may
think like
there
just
again.
paying there
Yeah.
is probably going to be a lot
Yeah.
better because we can just pay for Ghirardelli's without having to like transfer credits and work out how we're going to kind of pay for it. I think it worked out as something like one quick service credit got you a sundae,
Yeah.
but then it still wasn't enough. So then she gave me a bottle of water as
Yeah.
well, which was really funny, wasn't it?
So sorry, I'm missing people here. So
That's okay.
Dennis, yeah, we've got Steakhouse 71. I think we'll come
Yeah.
into that in a minute, and that's where we'll talk about the top of the
Yeah.
what's it called?
Yeah, Said California Grill.
Yeah, that's it. California Grill. Jackson and Shaw, they've got Chicken Guy, Deluxe Burger, and hoping for Blaze too, but can't seem to fit it all in. That's the problem. There's
That's
too
the problem,
much
isn't it?
nice food.
There's too much choice.
We've
And you
got
just
3
can't fit
weeks
it
and we
all.
still
How
can't
do you
fit
fit
it
all
in.
the food in? The only thing I'm hoping is by staying at Port Orleans French Quarter, we can get the boat to Disney Springs, and it's literally a 5-minute
Yeah.
boat ride. So I'm hoping that some nights, instead of eating in like Satagula Floatworks, we might just muster up the
Yeah.
energy and say, "Come on, let's go to Disney Springs."
Well, last
and
time
let's
we
have
were
something a
there,
bit nicer.
the food at French Quarter was just
It's gone down a hill a
so
lot,
bad.
so
so
I'm
good.
hoping it has picked up, but in the same sense, I do want to get to Disney Springs
Yeah.
a bit more this time
I think
because
now Matilda's at that age where we can't.
yeah, I think Matilda was like 7 last time we went.
Yeah,
I think.
now she's nearly 10.
Now she's only 10, so no, she must have been 8 then.
No, 2019,
Yeah, she was 8.
so she'd have been so.
She would have been 8 in the October as we went in
Yeah.
the Christmas.
Okay, yeah.
But anyway,
Yeah.
we're gonna definitely do. Oh, no, she couldn't have been 8. She was 9.
Bowling
this time,
alley
so-
sushi.
sorry, she was 7. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. I've seen a lot of people saying about what's it called now, the bowling place.
Oh, that looks
Splitsville.
really nice.
Yeah,
isn't it?
seen a lot
that's
of
another
people.
one that I looked at that
There's
looks
just
really
too much
good.
choice.
I know, and then I was like, well, can you just go and eat the food
Yeah,
and
you
not
can.
bowl? But you can't with a 9-year-old who would want to bowl.
Yeah.
That's the problem. So then we end up spending more money, Dennis.
We're not spending more money because we've not got
No.
it.
Right, okay, so that's that day done. Then the following day, we're going to do a Typhoon Lagoon day. And I'm hoping Blizzard Beach might open back up
They
again.
would
But
have announced it by now.
no, we're going to do Typhoon Lagoon. So because we're at Typhoon Lagoon, this is like really backwards and doesn't really match in, but we had nowhere to match it in. We've done it before and we loved it,
Yes.
and I think it'll be really nice.
Yeah.
And I think it's kind of like one of them where
You want to show your mum the
I want to
area
show
as
my
well.
mum the area as well, which is really hard to try and like get everything in. So we've actually booked Ale and Compass.
So Jackson Shop. So we're going on the 1st of August. We've got a week in Universal, and then we go to Disney on the 8th for 3 weeks.
Or 3 weeks, yeah. So we're doing a week in Universal and then we have 3 weeks in Disney. We're staying at Port Orleans French Quarter at the Disney Resort. We've stayed there 3 times before and we love it just because it's so quiet,
Yeah.
so convenient, very small. Our daughter really likes it. I think she feels a lot more comfortable because of the size of it. And it really is a beautiful resort.
Sorry, I interrupted you again.
That's okay. So yeah, we're going to do Ale and Compass. So Ale and Compass is in Yacht Club.
Yes.
We did do one night at the Beach Club as well in 2019. So we tried to just do like one night at Deluxe so we could get the feel for the Deluxe, couldn't we,
Yeah.
without paying for like a whole duration of the stay at the Deluxe. So it made it a little bit cheaper for us.
Jackson Shaw saying they thought they were excited for October. Can't believe that's in 2 weeks.
I know, it's so quick, isn't it?
And
But
the
at least
arrives
you've
on the
got,
8th as well.
Yeah, oh, do you remember on the same day as that? Oh yeah,
We
amazing!
may well see you at check-in.
Oh, I'm so excited, Anne. We get to see you.
Oh, Jasper!
Oh, sorry, the dog.
He's still sat on it.
Jasper, come off the lead. Chicken.
Sorry, this is why you don't work with kids and animals.
Jasper, come
He's
here.
now hid under a
Will you
chair.
unplug that? Is it that it's
yeah,
stuck
that's
into
it.
There we go. Right, come here, buddy. Jasper, come here. It's okay. No, come off under the chair. Look, it's okay. It's okay. You didn't hurt anybody.
Oops, sorry, we're
You
back.
didn't hurt anybody. It's okay. Don't worry. So sorry. The dog pulled weird. Like, I don't know, this is our little puppy Jasper. He's a little Malshi, and he's a little monkey today, aren't you?
It's
Hello,
just too hot for
everybody.
him, isn't it?
Hello, everybody.
Whoops, I've completely broke that.
It's
Sorry.
30 degrees heat, and I'm not used to being in this weather, so I'm a little cheeky puppy today. Yes,
Right.
I am.
Where
Sorry
were
to
we
get.
to?
Okay, yeah, so Ale and Compass. Like I said, we stayed in the beach club for one night in 2019 and we loved it, didn't we? I would love to stay there forever. But we experienced the pool and everything, so
the
good.
pool was amazing, Stonewall.
I want to show my mum like the boardwalk and all that kind of area. So that she gets a kind of view of that and so that she can see everything and we can show her how close it is to Epcot and just have a little mull around there that night time. We've been in Typhoon Lagoon in the water park all day. It will give us something nice to do at that night, won't it? So Ale and Compass for the three of us, so roughly...
It's about $30 an entree.
Yeah, okay, so about $30 an entree.
I'm just going to take him to Matilda, it's a bit hot in here.
Go upstairs, baby, to Matilda. We're going to do, about $30 an entree. So for me and Matilda, for entrees, that's for 2 adults and a child, is going to work out about $150. I don't know how he's got that. He should say it's $30 an entree, but it's going to work out at $150. I don't get some of his pricing sometimes. I'll wait till he comes back. We'll find out how he's managed to do that. But anyway, we did Ale and Compass before. We've really liked it. They do also have a lounge, so if you can't get a reservation for Ale and Compass, the restaurant, you can actually go to the Ale and Compass lounge.
It's like an oven in her bedroom.
Sorry, we're trying to work out how you pay it's $150.
Because I've copied and pasted sales from somewhere else and just not updated the price.
Okay, because you said it's $30 for an entree.
Yeah, sorry, that was just me being lazy.
But you put $150.
I literally updated the spreadsheet this morning because I booked the restaurants last night, so apologies.
You need to update it because everyone's getting confused with me. Okay, sorry for that. So then we're back at Magic Kingdom again. So we're going to go back through a run through of the parks. So Magic Kingdom Day. So basically, like every day here, we actually have a reservation. It's going to really kill us in money.
Yeah.
Now we are not sure whether to keep this one or not. Actually, to be fair, we've got Crystal Palace booked. Now we booked Crystal Palace hoping the characters would come back,
and they are coming back, but after we've
left, yeah. And even in saying that, they're Winnie the Pooh characters, which. Not that we're not massive fans of Winnie the Pooh, but I don't think the interaction sometimes there is the best that we've had. Sometimes it's been a very long wait to see characters. The buffet was okay, not
that's the
amazing.
Thing that's keeping me because they've changed the buffet now.
Yeah.
Since they reopened.
And that was because they had it like Chef Mickey's. They'd gone to a family style.
Yeah.
At your table when they first reopened, like Chef Mickey's did, like a lot of the other places did. They all went for a sharing platter, sharing skillet, but now they have gone back to their original buffet. So the only thing that would keep us going is because it's a nice buffet, but there's no characters, and I'm trying to work out, do I want a buffet?
I think we'll play it by ear and probably can't. I know you
Not
can
that,
only
like,
you
I
can't
don't like
cancel it
eating
after
buffets.
so many hours, so we might have to move it and then cancel
Yeah,
it.
it's
but
not that I
we'll
don't
play
like
by ear.
eating buffets, it's not that, but sometimes I just feel like obviously the price is hyped up because they're expecting you to eat a lot more, and I don't eat that much necessarily to get my money worth of buffets at any other time anyway.
Neither do I.
But the characters being there was always the tilt and edge over it, and I think would I rather just have a nice calm sit down meal. So we did look at possibly swapping it to the Plaza in Magic Kingdom.
But then the Plaza seems to basically be burgers or sandwiches.
Yeah, which seemed alright though. The sandwiches seemed quite nice. But we're not sure. We've got it on there for now, so we'll see. So that's $103 based on 2 adults and 1 child for Crystal Palace in Magic Kingdom. Then moving on to Animal Kingdom, we're going to try the only restaurant in there's not, because there's Tiffins. One of 2 of the only restaurants. No, there's not. There's Tusker House as well. I'm making it out, so I'm getting.
We're
really
going to try
random.
one of the restaurants.
Basically, we're going to go to Yak and Yeti. So we've been to Tusker House. We're not a massive fan of it.
No.
Again, character interaction wasn't amazing, but the clothes are so cool. But we decided to skip that this time because we've done that twice. Tiffin's is signature, so it's very expensive, and we have done Rainforest Cafe, but that's outside
Yeah.
of Animal Kingdom. So we're going to go to Yak and Yeti. Now we have a laundry
Landry's
card.
card.
Like I said
So
last time,
this
I always
is-
want to say laundry. It's landry card. And
This is where I've been
gets
clever,
us-
and Jackson and Sharsine, you've just said you're going there, so if you've not done this, you need to do this.
Yeah.
Get the Landry's card, it's $25, you then get $25 credit back to cover that. But if you set that your birthday is in the month that you're going, you also get another $25 as a birthday present.
Yeah, so you
You
pay
can't use them both together, but we're doing Bubba Gumps at Universal earlier in our trip,
Yeah.
so we'll use both.
So
that
you
way.
basically pay $25 for the Landry card. Then the first time you use it, they take $25 off your bill. So when we go, we're going to use it at Bubba Gump in Universal, and we will get $25 knocked off our bill. Then because Ant has put that his birthday is in August, you automatically get credited with a $25 birthday credit, but you can't use them together. So when we go to Yak and Yeti, we're now going to also get 25% off our bill.
$25.
Sorry, $25 off our bill in Yak and Yeti as well. So looking forward to Yak and Yeti. The
Yeah,
meals
we've
look
threatened
really
to go
nice.
every year and never gone.
Yeah.
It's our sort
And
of food.
I was going to
we
say it's
love
hard
it.
because we love things like noodles and the
Mm.
rice and the chicken. It looks so lovely.
Mm.
So is this for the 25?
No.
No. So we've budgeted around about $100 for this. That is for 2 adults and 1 child. So that's what we're thinking. Is that working off roughly what we might like to eat and stuff?
Yeah, most entrees are about the same price. Yeah, Jackson Shaw Young definitely need to do that.
Yeah,
Get that on
definitely,
just card,
because
yeah.
that's like $50 off in total, really.
Yeah.
Well, not really, because you pay 25 for it, so
Yeah, but yeah.
you're paying 25 for it and you're getting
The
25
the
off
other
it.
big
It's
win
zero,
with
isn't
it is, if anyone doesn't know about the Landry card, is it doesn't matter how big the queue is at one of their restaurants, walk to the door, show your card, and you get a table straight away.
Yes, that's the main thing. So like Bubblegum, obviously we haven't booked Bubblegum because that's a Universal restaurant. So it's not something, I mean, could you even book it now? I don't even know how that works, to be
I think
honest.
so.
Maybe we could. But we're just kind of going to go with a Landry card, because as soon as you flash that Landry card, no matter if it's like an hour or 2 hour wait, they get you seated within like 15 minutes.
I've got visions of you at the back of the queue go, I've got this card,
Woohoo,
let me in.
let me in. So we've never even done it before, but I've just seen people say about like Rainforest Cafe, about T-Rex you can use it at in Disney. So it's kind of like Rainforest Cafe, T-Rex, and Yak and Yeti.
Yeah.
Then outside of Disney, I know there's Bubblegum.
There's a few of us.
There's a few Universals,
They own quite a few different chains. I think there's only Bubblegum at Universal, but there's a few more in Florida as well that you
Yeah,
can use
there
it.
might be others if you've got a car that you could drive to and use it at.
Yeah, it's for them. If you're planning to eat at a few of their restaurants, put your birthday for that month because you get it. But I wouldn't go out of my way to eat at their restaurants. From what I've seen, Yak and Yeti's the best one in Florida.
Yeah.
They've got a few in New York, so we'll probably use it there. Might even get another one in Laura's name and put her birthday is December for when we go to New York. But from what I've seen in Universal, we want to do Bubblegumps more for sentimental value,
Yeah,
because we
so
went to the Miami
We did
one and loved
Bubblegum
it,
in Miami. We did Bubblegum in London.
and they were totally different.
Yeah, I think I'd done it in New York.
No, your mum did it in New York.
Did I not do it? I didn't do it in New York. We're going to do it in New York anyway. And we're going to do it in Universal. And we do actually like the food in Bubblegum as well. It's quite cool. Matilda doesn't know really much about it, but I think it'll be fun for her to turn the little thing over and play the little game and things. I think she'll like that, because when we did it in London, she was only really little and she loved that.
I'd say just if you've ever eaten at the London one, don't base your experience on that, because it was nowhere near.
So that's obviously it for Yakin. So going off track, that's for Yak and Yeti.
Yeah, we seem to have been bringing cake out wherever we go, because we've also put on our reservation that we're celebrating our wedding anniversary, which we are a month early. So at Disney, we seem to get cupcakes at every restaurant.
Yeah, it's not that, like, it sounds like we're cheating the system a little bit, but the thing is, I work in a school.
Yeah.
So when our wedding anniversary actually is, and like when my birthday is, when Ant's birthday is, when Matilda's birthday is, it's not possible for us to go because it's not in school holidays.
Yeah.
So we can never go on our birthday.
It was a cast member that told us to do it the first time that we went.
We
as
will
well.
never be able to go for our wedding anniversary or any special occasion because I work in a school, so I cannot have that time off. So our wedding anniversary is literally in September, and we leave the very end of August.
Yeah.
So it's only a couple of weeks before. And I remember once like we turned up and she was like, "Oh, have you got a birthday or wedding anniversary coming up?"
Yeah.
And I said, "Oh, I said it is our wedding anniversary, but it's not till September." And she went, "Oh no, we can celebrate that right now. September, that's not far away. What do you mean September?" And I think it was actually our 10th wedding anniversary, maybe, was it, or something?
Yes. Would have been,
Yeah, it would have been our 10th, I think. And that's why, because it was a big one for us. So it's been our 10th the first, and it's been 11th the next time.
I think it's 14 this year.
14?
Yeah, 14.
2008 we got married.
Yeah, so it'll be 14. Jeez.
Yeah, 14. But I remember when we went, when it was like maybe our 11th or something, and someone was like, "Your 11th wedding anniversary? You only look 11," or something like that. Like, "You don't look old enough. How are you married for 11 years?" And I was like, "I know." It's just a
Yeah,
secret.
Jackson and Sharp completely agree. Any savings is a must. And I don't know if you've seen our Universal one, but we'll go get all the coupons on International Drive for the restaurants there and save as much as we can. Every little helps. Is it us that say that, or Tesco? But
I don't
every
know.
little helps.
But again, the same with like a golden crown. We're not purposely going to go for lunch, but if we're kind of not far off hitting that lunch and tea mark, I will go for lunch and get the cheaper rate
Yeah.
because it will just save us a little bit.
Yeah, we'll tip the server.
Every little helps, yeah. Okay, so we're going to go from Yak and Yeti to Hollywood Studios the next day, and while we're at Hollywood Studios in the morning, very early at 9:30, someone's booked, because I was like, "You should have booked it at 9:30, that's like
Yeah, I'd
really
have booked it
early.
earlier if it was up to me.
We are going to, I'll give people a minute, I can't read the comments from here, I'm sorry.
No, Jackson and Shaw saying, "Help me, I need more tips." We are, so when we get back, because a lot of our tips are probably outdated, but when we get back, we'll go do a full tips and tricks thing around here, and we'll probably bring some coupon books back and some maps and that, and we'll do a little giveaway. And Shaw.
Okay, Jackson and Shaw, we did do a Disney planning video.
Oh yeah.
So if you are going to Disney, watch our Disney planning video because that may help you. So we went over everything about the hotels, where we're staying, why we picked those. We did a lot of like tips and things on there, didn't we?
Yeah.
Or I have a feeling that we did. We went over a little bit about dining, but we
Yeah.
didn't touch on the actual restaurants because we wanted to do it now. But we went over the parks, different things like that. So maybe watch that video. And we've also done a Disney. So we've also done a Universal planning video where we went over all our planning for Universal and how we booked all that and where we were staying and everything. And then we did a Universal dining one like we're doing tonight for our Disney one. So that might be some good things for you to kind of catch up on a little bit. And obviously, when do they go? October. So hopefully by October, our videos from our Florida trip will be out.
Yeah, most of them will be.
Yeah, most of them will be. And we are going to try and do like
live every day, we said, didn't we? Just a 5-minute live every day.
But maybe like every day we're going to try and do like a little live to do like any like little like a tip of the day today, or anything that we've learned that we think will be really helpful that people should know like right away in case your trip is more imminent than when we get back. So hopefully you'll be able to pick up a few little tips and tricks on our holiday as we go along as well.
One thing that I would say as well, and we spoke about in the other video, but if you're going in October, make sure you book Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. It is amazing.
Yeah, well anywhere from August to October.
And Dennis has said there's a Shake Shack on our drive, so Shake Shack, there's one in London as well, and I wanted to go there and we never did.
Oh yes,
Yes, Canary Wharf,
yeah.
So yeah, that's another there's just too many
options?
options. No, it's just
another option.
Yeah.
Okay, so yes, we're going to do Hollywood Studios and we're going to go to Topolino. Now, if you don't know where Topolino is in the newest Disney resort. It is the DVC resort and it is
Riviera.
the Riviera. So
this is the best breakfast on property by far.
Yeah.
Did you? Yeah, I'm just reading that. Yeah, always stuff to learn, but still learning as well.
Yes, we're still learning all the time, honestly. I think everybody, doesn't matter how many times you have been to
I
Disney.
feel like we had it down to a T and then COVID came.
We did.
And
we got experts at
We
it.
did. We went for like 8 weeks
we
and
did
2
it really.
years and we did know
We
it
did
pretty
know it
well.
very well. Now we're like, oh, that's
I
so
was
well.
that person, there was loads of people in work who had trips booked and that, tell me about Disney. I was like, right, there's my day
I
gone.
did it with people at school as well, didn't I? I was like, we know all about Disney, don't worry, I'll tell you all my
All
tips and
frozen
tricks.
custard at Shake Shack.
Oh, that's a game changer.
Twisty treats, we need to try that as well. Yes.
We need to write these all down though. Tell us to write them down.
I've got them.
Okay. That's dreadful if they're up there. They'll be out the other ear in a second. Yeah, so Topolino is in Disney's Riviera Resort. It is a DVC hotel. It is absolutely stunning.
Yes.
It is just a beautiful hotel. It has the new Skyliner connection to it, and it is just
Amazing.
beautiful. And I have to say that I do agree with that. Topolino is the best breakfast we have had on Disney property. You get to see Minnie.
Mickey.
Is it Mickey?
Or Topolino, because Topolino is Italian for Mickey
The
Mouse.
Mickey, yeah, Topolino is Italian for Mickey Mouse, Donald and Daisy,
Yes.
and their outfits. I'm
They're
not
in
even
the
going to say what they
Riviera
are because
outfits.
they're just,
Yeah.
well, it's like Parisian, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just amazing. They look so good. And since we went, it was actually like this, we didn't realise, you can actually order more than one entree.
Yeah, and
Now,
it's a set price.
We didn't realise this. We just thought that, I think because we were on the dining plan last time, we just obviously used
Our credit.
like
and
2 adult credits and a child credit, not looking at the prices and realising that actually it's a set menu price. So you pay a price which just covers anything on that menu.
And everyone gets to start with like a pastry selection, don't you? So
Yeah, so you always get pastry, so it comes in like a little painted pot. It's like a palette, like a paint palette around the edges, and you get like a jam, a Nutella, and
something else.
butter sauce or something.
Yeah.
Was it something else? And it's like little pastries in a little tub, which everybody gets to share for starters, and then you get to pick something off the menu. But I have seen that people have picked like something off the menu each, and then something for the table to share,
Yeah.
or they've picked something off the menu each, half a portion of like a waffle and some fruit on the table to share.
I'm so jealous of the kids because Matilda gets Mickey waffles on a stick with dipping sauces.
Yeah, it was cool, wasn't it? But I think that
And the
would be
view
good
at the
to-
top is amazing as well. So you look out, you can see all the Caribbean Beach Resort, you can see
Gorgeous.
to
Yeah, Hollywood
Epcot, you can
Studios,
see a little bit
Epcot,
of Hollywood
Absolutely beautiful, and
Studios.
you get to go out onto that terrace at top. Topolino as well is also open at night time for dinner, but it is a signature restaurant, so it
But
will
they-
cost you that little bit more.
They do also pipe in the music fireworks
From the
at Epcot,
fireworks,
and
yeah,
you get a
so
really good view. It's
That
almost
would be good if
tomorrow
you
like
want
the
to do
other day.
that, yeah. So that is on that day. Then the following day, my mum actually goes home, so I will be taking her to the airport.
Yeah, this
We
is a
have
bit you've been waiting for, Dennis.
booked the
Bay Lake Tower.
no. We'll
Oh,
to the
we've not
airport.
booked anything yet.
Oh, you going?
We're gonna
to
book the steam flyer, is it?
What is sunshine?
Sunshine flyer, that's it.
I know when you're the one that's gonna book it. So me and my mum are gonna go on the sunshine flyer. I'm gonna take her to the airport. She's a little bit apprehensive about going by herself. She has a few additional medical needs and things. So I'm gonna take her. I'm gonna get her checked in, get her bags checked in and everything, and walk her as far up to the edge of security as I can. And then I'm going to try and make sure there's somebody there who can assist her, get her through security and get her to her gate where she needs to be. I have told her that as soon as she's through security, she can ring me straight away and I can talk it all through with her. So I'm hoping that she will be okay and that we'll get her through all right. But it does happen to be the same day that we are checking into Bay Lake Tower for one night. So Bay Lake Tower is a DVC, but you have booked it
Through
Through-
renting DV seats from
yeah.
DVC
So
rental store.
David's-
No, not David's.
Oh no, sorry.
DVC rental
DVC
store.
rental store. So we did go over all of this in our planning video. So we're staying one night at Bay Lake Tower
In the theme park view.
in a theme park view, which is Ant's dream, I think. So
Well, contemporary club level would be my dream, but I'll take Bay Lake Tower theme park view.
pushing it now, he's pushing it now. And then we've also realised at Top of the World Lounge, I knew that you couldn't go in it unless you were a DVC member, but what have they changed it to now?
You have to be a DVC member staying on property using your DVC points that night to be able to go in.
Yeah, so you have to be a DVC member staying on property to actually be able to get
Just open
into
the back door.
the tower now. Otherwise, you can't actually go. But I'm like tempted to walk up to the door and just like
wait.
beg somebody to like take me in with them because you can take guests in with you, and I really want to go in. I really am considering going up to the door and just like standing there at the top of the World Lounge and just begging someone to let me in with their membership.
You tried that with Galaxy's Edge, it didn't work.
No, but that wasn't a membership thing, was it? Surely some kind member will be able to let me in.
You have to ask on the Facebook groups.
Yeah, but I feel a bit cheeky.
Cheekier than standing there going, let me in, let me in.
Yeah, because I'm not like actually acting and I'm just like right there with somebody. But anyway, so for tea that night, we are going to do Steakhouse 71.
And it's probably worth just touching on this.
Oh, sorry, Topolino was $110 for two
breakfast.
adults and one child for breakfast. Steakhouse 71 is $100. That's for two adults and one child, and that is for dinner.
So we were going to book
Entrees only.
California Grill. We had California Grill on the list, but it's a set menu and it just doesn't look that great. We did dinner at California Grill the first year and we didn't love it. We absolutely loved the brunch. And if they brought the brunch back,
why have they not brought
yeah,
brunch
we
back?
do brunch
I'm
straight
so
away.
sad.
Absolutely love the brunch and we
Brunch
do
is
that.
our favourite.
But we
The
just
reason with California Grill is it's
$90 each
$90 each.
for a set menu.
Yeah, for a set menu.
We didn't like the looks of that. The entrees were alright, but the apps and the desserts were just a bit.
I mean, like we're not fuss eaters at all. We are really good eaters, but $90 each is very, very steep for food that we think is just okay.
I'd be alright because I love a steak, but even then I couldn't justify the $90 for it. So
it's just very, very expensive.
We
and
desperately
again,
wanted
like,
to take your mum.
if we had the dining plan, it would be no question of a doubt. We would be there and we would do it.
I still don't know, 2 credits. I just don't know if I would.
We would do. We did it for brunch.
Yeah, brunch.
Yeah, but if brunch wasn't available
yeah.
and we had the dining plan, we would have done the nighttime one.
Yeah, probably.
Don't be silly.
Probably.
We would have done it.
Okay.
You're being silly now. We would have done it. Yeah, we would have done it.
But I'm really excited for
the credits are very expensive. But when Steakhouse 71 opened up, we decided that we've done California Grill, so why not try somewhere else?
And we did the wave for breakfast once and hated it, so I'm excited for Steakhouse 71 to change.
Because like I said, we've done California Grill, we've done Chef Mickey's, we did the wave, and now it's Steakhouse 71, so that's kind of all the contemporary restaurants. So we are going to start with Steakhouse 71, which is $100 for 2 adults and a child for an entree. Again, this is all rough prices because it depends what we eat on the day. But when we do our videos over there, I will say everything that we've eaten, and I will go through the cost of each meal, the tax and the tip and the total bill for each of these restaurants. And I think it will be interesting when we come home to do like a little comparison video. So we can say, right, well, we thought that Steakhouse 712 was going to be $100. Actually, it cost blah blah
$500.
I'm hoping it cost $500. But just so that we can kind of do a little comparison for you guys, so we can say, right, well, when we did our Disney food planning video, we told you we thought it was going to cost this. Actually, it cost this.
So,
and then that will help you guys as well, hopefully, when you're planning your meals.
Jackson and Shaw, when you say the storybook one, do you mean the Snow White at Artist Point at Wilderness Lodge? Yeah, go on, Karen. I'll come back to that in a minute.
Okay.
Oh, is that touchscreen? Oh, didn't even realise.
He's just realised it is laptop.
It's a brand new laptop. It's a brand new work laptop. I've literally turned it on.
I don't even know why I did that to it. Laptops aren't normally like that, are they?
The new ones are, yeah. Evidently.
Well, I don't know they are.
Someone said there's a touchscreen. I was like, nah, it won't be.
I don't know how I even did that. I must have just thought it was an iPad. It was scrolled up on it.
So Jackson Shaw said it is. So the Snow White one, the menu doesn't look great, but it is the best character experience we've had.
Oh, it's amazing. To be fair, the food is okay. It's just the problem with it is it's all a set menu, so your entrees and your desserts are chosen for you. You can't change those. Obviously, if you have allergies or something like that, they will accommodate, but as a general rule of thumb, the appetizer and dessert is chosen for you, and you just choose one entree off the menu. So if you don't really like that appetizer, you're kind of stuck. But you do get 3 appetizers. So they're only mini, but you do get 3 mini appetizers. you get to choose your entree and you get 3 main desserts. And to be fair, we did like most of it. Some of the stuff we didn't really like, but again, it was a lot of food, so it didn't really kind of matter if you didn't like a little bit of it, it was generally okay.
And the character was just amazing, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, I don't know, you got to be, because I really like Dopey, so I think we have to be a little bit careful with this because this might just be.
DFB have said
Yeah, I was going to say, because I really like Dopey, so I had a Dopey t-shirt on and Dopey Toms, and we told the character handler how much I love Dopey, and I think, was this when Dopey was here, when he was coming around? I think she was coming around to me, he's coming round soon.
Yeah.
And I had a little tiny Dopey teddy with me, only like this big, because I'd only carried him a little tiny one. And she got Dopey to sign his foot, didn't she?
Yeah.
Which was so cute. I couldn't even believe it. I absolutely loved it. And I was so excited. The best photos and everything. It was amazing.
Yeah.
And then we saw all the characters. And then at the very end, as we were leaving, she said, I've got someone who wants to come and say bye to you. And she actually brought Dopey over to come and say bye to us. And I nearly cried. It was just
amazing.
the most amazing, magical thing.
So we
ever.
booked
We
that ourselves,
loved it.
haven't we?
No, it's not.
Oh no, we couldn't get it.
We
tried
can't
to.
get it. We can't get a reservation.
Sorry, could you get back for the fireworks? It depends on what time your reservation is
Get
and what time the
to-
fireworks are to the Magic Kingdom.
Yeah, it's not that far in Wilderness
you
Lodge
get a
because you
boat
just get a
from
boat
Magic
to Magic Kingdom. Yeah.
One thing that I would say is the Magic Kingdom fireworks are crazy busy. You're all the way down Main Street or in the Scrum. So if you're not that fussed about the castle projection, which isn't that great compared to Happily Ever After, I'd go and watch them on the Polynesian beach.
No, you can't do that anymore. They've stopped.
No, that was only for 4th of July.
Oh right, okay.
Absolutely amazing view. We watched the New Year's ones from there, and
Yeah,
the
but
view
no, but
was
in-
unreal.
I know you said that, but I do think that everybody needs to experience the fireworks in
Just
the park.
once.
It's okay for him to say that because he's been lots of times. But if you've not been, you want to be in the middle of that castle. You want to see those fireworks. You want that full experience.
Yeah.
And yes, it is lovely sitting on the Polynesian beach, but we've seen them lots of times. So it was okay for us to do that. But I wouldn't recommend that for people that haven't really seen them before, because I think that you are missing out on that kind of bit more.
So it's on the last night, and then we've already seen them. In that case, go to the Polynesian beach. It's
Okay,
amazing.
in that case, go to the Polynesian beach. So I would go from Wilderness Lodge to Magic Kingdom, and then get the monorail to Polynesian.
Or the boat.
Or the boat comes around quicker, and you can literally sit on the Polynesian beach, and you've got like a full 360 degrees view. It's just amazing. You do not even realise how many fireworks they actually set off until you're on that beach.
And they pump the music onto the beach
Yeah, they
as
put
well.
the music onto the beach and everything's beautiful. So I would do that then if you're not that fussed about seeing them like that, definitely. So that was
Feel free. Don't worry about taking over. We love talking about Disney.
No,
don't
no,
we?
it's fine. Yeah, you need to know because you don't know these things, do you? If you don't ask, you'll never know the questions, and then you'll be wondering. You'll wonder what's happening, and you need to know because it's a big holiday and you want to do it right. So you ask away. That's absolutely perfect. I don't mind at all.
Yeah.
So Steakhouse 71. So we've talked about that, haven't we? Yeah. So we think that's going to be good. We think we're going to like that. So we've not done it before, but.
And then we're
Looks on the
going to
menus,
run off
looks
back
really
to our
good.
room and watch the fireworks from the balcony. I am so
Then
excited.
we're going to run and
for
watch the fireworks from our balcony at Bay Lake Tower, which is going to be
I am so
amazing. We are
excited.
excited for that. Then the following day, we went. Oh, this going to say as well. When you're staying at the luxury resort, there is extra hours at
Twice a week.
Epcot and Magic Kingdom, but they're on different
I
days.
think the Monday and Wednesday.
Yeah, I think about the Monday for Epcot and Wednesday for
Magic Kingdom.
Magic Kingdom. Now, oh my god,
Stop
this
showing
is
off your
touch
touch
screen.
screen.
I didn't really get this. So the problem that we have is that we're only staying for one night at Bay Lake Tower, and we're staying on a Thursday. And I know it might sound a little bit thingy, but I do kind of feel like it's not really fair in a way
No.
because. Yes, people who can afford to stay for longer, I agree, should get more benefits. But I also think if that's a benefit from staying deluxe, everybody should be able to benefit from that because you've paid exactly the same price as everybody else has per night. So you should be able to experience those benefits just as much as somebody else should. And because our stay is actually on a Thursday night, which is just because that's the day my mum went home, so because my mum went home that night, that's the first time we were able to book it, we're now going to miss out, and we're not going to be able to experience the extra magic hours, so I don't really think that's...
Yeah, Dennis, pineapple and manna, yeah, we've got that on the list for when we stay at the
Oh,
Poly.
I'm excited! So the following day, we're going to Epcot. It doesn't even say Epcot, it says Magic Kingdom.
Oh, well, we're at Epcot anyway, because of what oh, it's because we've got the party that night. Yeah,
So
carry on.
So which...
We're at Epcot because of the dining reservation.
Okay, so the following day we are at Epcot and we are going to Space... I get it right.
220.
I want to keep saying Space 2022.
It's
And I think it's just
220
because I'm thinking of the year is 2022.
220 miles above Earth.
Ah, okay. So obviously brand new restaurant, never done it before. We've budgeted about $150
Yeah.
for 2 adults and a child.
It's about $50 a person for adults for. It's like a set experience for 2 courses for
Yeah.
$50. So
I'm kind of a bit worried about it because I am quite claustrophobic and I'm very worried that I won't be able to see the exit as such.
you'll
I'm
be fine.
hoping that the immersiveness of it will draw my attention away from that. If not, I hope there's a back door that I can run out of quickly.
Well, you'll be in space.
Yeah. Oh, isn't one.
Oh no, what we're going to do, Matilda?
Run into space.
Yeah, Dennis, I agree. The
We're
worst
into
Dole Whip
space.
is on Disney Cruise Line. We got it and it wasn't good.
The word.
Dole Whip. We got it and it was really
Oh, it
frozen.
was not nice, Dennis. Yeah, you're right. It was just like really like, I can't even explain. Dennis, but it wasn't great. Yeah.
So yeah, we're really excited for Space 220, aren't we?
Yeah, so I am excited for that because it's going to be a new restaurant that we haven't done before, and I always like trying new restaurants. And
So Jackson and Shaw said they're trying to get a booking in the lounge, Space 220. What I would say is look at what you want and when you want to go, because lunch is significantly cheaper than dinner. There's a little bit less on the menu, but it may mean that you could sit in the main part of the restaurant and have lunch for the same price as what you pay in the lounge at dinner for the
yeah, so
same thing.
we've gone for lunch because it is significantly cheaper.
It's about $30 person cheaper, I think.
It's still food that obviously we would like. That's why we chose it then. Still good menus on the good options on the menu. Sorry, the dog's jumping on me again. He's got all stuff in his hair. So where have you been? You've been rolling around.
But
in
yeah,
the mud or
I am
something?
so excited for this restaurant. This and Woody's Barbecue that isn't
It isn't
open
open.
were 2 that I was really, really excited
This was
for.
your one, wasn't it? That you really wanted to go to. Was this one? You
Yeah.
kept talking about it for ages, haven't you? Like, I really want to go to Space 22. Really want to go to Space 22.
Yeah.
I've said it again. Space 22.
I knew what you meant.
Space
Yeah,
220.
it's so hard with food and wine being on, isn't it? Yeah.
We're going to, I've
It's the
just seen
first
Paige
year
and
that
Mr.
we've been
Morrow's
there for
video. And whose video do we watch? Do we watch Jackie's?
We watched DFB.
Super Enthused.
No, we've not
No,
watched
Jackie's,
Jackie's yet.
no.
No.
Oh, she was a Paige and Miss
Yes.
Morrow where we watched DFB guide. I'm watching Paige and Miss Morrow and I'm like, oh my god, Food and Wine Festival. We've never been to a festival before in our lives.
The
What
last,
are we
the
gonna
last 2 times we went, 2018 and 2019, in the August, the day we flew home was the
They
day Food and Wine
Actually,
started.
tell a lie. We did Festival of the Arts when we didn't even realise what that even was.
No, we didn't. We
About-
did Flower and Garden
Sorry, Flower and Garden.
about 15 years ago.
Yeah, probably even longer.
Yeah.
And then actually we did the
Festival of
holiday,
the
Festival of the
Holidays at
Holidays, and we
Christmas.
went at Christmas in 2019, yeah. But we've never done
Food
food
and
and wine festivals. So I'm really excited for that. And like I said, lots of food. Then following on from that, the following day, you've not put in the rest. Oh, you have put in the restaurants.
There isn't a restaurant for that. Like
The
that.
following day we're at Animal Kingdom.
Yeah,
Oh, we're having a chill. There's no restaurant that day. Then the next day we're at Hollywood Studios and we've chose to have our dinner at Sebastian's. Now we just kind of fell upon Sebastian's. We watched Jackie from Super Enthused video one day and she was there at Sebastian's and I think we just kind of thought, oh, this actually looks like a
Sorry,
really
before you
good
get into that.
restaurant.
Jackson Shaw, hope you're good after COVID, and I know exactly how you feel. I've watched Paige and Mr. Morrow. I watched Jackie from Super Infused. Laura hasn't. I watched DFB and I watched somebody else's, and I feel like I'm an expert in food and wine now as well.
He's going to have a list soon with everything he wants
The
to eat.
fries, I want the fries flight.
The fry flight, yeah.
Yeah.
From watching Paige and Miss Moore, I want some of those beer flights. I don't
I
even
want
really
the
drink
mimosa
beer, but they
flight.
just look. Oh, well, I definitely want the mimosa one.
No,
They just look like they go for $10 for 3 tasters of beers. I'm excited for that.
yeah, and the poutine. It's not even that food and wine, but I'm excited. Go on, sorry.
The Canadian soupy ones.
Yes.
I know. Matilda, you want the carrot cake, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, carrot cake for
me,
Matilda.
please.
Sorry, Sebastian.
Yeah, for
she wrote it.
Sebastian's, it's at the Caribbean Beach Hotel, and it's kind of like at the Caribbean Beach, but it goes like onto the lagoon a little bit, kind of thing, doesn't it? A little bit in a little pot. And they've also got, is it the bar that's behind it? That's
Yeah,
apparently
it's
a
all part of
really,
the same
really good
thing,
bar. So we've never been before, so it's something that we're going to enjoy. We've booked it for Hollywood Studios Day, knowing that we can get the Skyliner over to Caribbean Beach, so it's quick access to Sebastian's. And like I said, we're going to go for our dinner there after our Hollywood Studios Day. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Where's that puppy tail?
I'm
Oh,
sorry
thank
that you
you.
can't come, but
Oh, there's that puppy tail.
That
Oh, there's
sounds like
everyone
a
can see your
fun
tail.
game.
There's his puppy tail. Does everybody see his puppy tail going then? Yeah, everybody saw your puppy tail. Yes, they did.
Yeah, Jasmine Shaw is saying you should play a game where you write down the things and pull out 3 and say that's what we're going to eat.
Oh, clever. We should do that. Thank you. That's a good idea. So yeah, we're definitely going to go to Sebastian's. It looks, where are you trying to go? Where are you trying to go? I think he wants you, Daddy.
Jasper, come
Go
here.
on then. Go to Daddy.
Come here.
Oh, it's going to go to Matilda.
Come here.
So
Sorry,
Sebastian's
That's
was another set
Oh,
price.
it's
offer,
It's alright,
wasn't it?
just leave him, don't worry. Yeah, Sebastian's was kind of like another thing that we didn't really think we were going to
No.
do, and then we booked it, and I do think we're going to love it.
Yeah, Jackie really sold it. And we say it's a set price. How much was it in total?
It's $100.
Yeah, so I think it's
For
probably
two
gone like
adults and
98
one
and
child.
99 or something, but it just looked really nice. It looks like something totally different from what
Yeah,
we've
it
had
does look
before,
different,
doesn't
doesn't
it?
Then the following day, we are
Checking in.
back at Epcot.
Yeah.
When's the drunk? What did we do? That was Epcot, wasn't it?
Sorry, the spreadsheet's getting a bit
Yeah,
unwieldy
the
now.
days are not really right here. Like
Oh, yeah, I
said,
get it
that
now,
was an
yeah.
Epcot day because we were there.
So the next day after Sebastian's, we're checking into the Polynesian. We're doing the night at the Polynesian, and we've booked dinner at Ohana. This is a restaurant that we've had booked 3 times on 3 different trips and cancelled every time.
No, we did it.
Oh,
for,
sorry,
we did,
first,
we did it for
yes.
breakfast, and we had really bad service. It was really slow. I think we'd been in there. I don't know it sound long, but we'd been sat down for 15 minutes before the server even came over.
Yeah.
To offer us even a drink, anything like that. Then again, the skillet came out about 10 minutes after that, so we'd been in the restaurant for 25 minutes with no food, even though you don't actually order anything because it's just the way
It's brought to
the
you,
food goes, you get a bit of everything. Then it was about 10 minutes after the skillet come in that she finally brought us the drinks and the coffees. Then about 5 minutes after that she came and asked if everything was okay, but this was nearly half an hour after having the skillet, and it was just like not.
Took us 20 minutes to pay
Yeah,
out them after we
It took about
received
40 minutes to see the first character, and then it was a while seeing them after that. Yeah, took ages to pay for the bill because we just couldn't find her because she didn't come back.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
all in all, it wasn't a great experience. So we booked it for dinner, and then we cancelled it because we were too tired,
Yeah.
and that's why we cancelled it the first time. So then we booked it for dinner again, and then we just kind of cancelled it because we remembered everything about our
Yeah,
other one, and we
remembered the
put
negatives.
Chef Mickey's in,
Yeah.
and then I don't think we booked it again after
No,
that.
we just purposefully didn't book
think
it
that's
again.
it, yeah.
But we,
But we've
we're
booked it
really
this time
excited
because
to
we're staying at the
try it, aren't we?
Polynesian. I did what? Sorry, a dog just like jumped in the air. I don't know what the heck he's doing, but he's found
It's chair
something
blanket.
absolutely hilariously fun. I really wanted to do Corona Cafe, but we have done Corona Cafe
And
before.
it's closing for
And
refurb.
it's closing, so we can't do Corona Cafe. If you haven't done Corona Cafe, though, please do. I think that's another underrated restaurant.
Yeah,
It's
massively.
lovely, Corona Cafe. Really, really beautiful restaurant. I love it. But like I said, we're staying in the Polynesian that night. So again, we booked one night at the Polynesian. Oh, maybe you've put Epcot next to that because it's a Monday.
Yeah.
So if it's a Monday,
Yes.
staying at the Polynesian, we should technically get the extra
That
hours
was it, because I wanted to go back for
at
Guardians.
Epcot. Yeah, so we might be able to go back for Guardian, but we've got Ohana for dinner.
Yeah.
But it will be later anyway
Yeah,
that we
it's
get the
like
extra hours, isn't
11
it?
till 1 or
Yeah,
something.
oh, amazing. Bit
Jackson
of
and
food and wine, Jackson and Shaw, bit of food
No,
and
we'll be
wine.
We've not had to pick up magic bands from Planet Hollywood. We have had to pick up gift cards from
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 World of Disney, which is the big, well, you can't miss it, it's the big Disney shop in Disney Springs. I don't know if you guys have been before, Jackson and Shaw. I'm kind of
not sure.
not sure.
Where are you staying as well? That'd be.
Yeah.
Because if you want the magic bands for the first day, it kind of depends where you are. If you're somewhere near Disney Springs, that'd be pretty easy. But if you're Animal Kingdom Lodge and like All Stars out that way, it's probably a good half-hour bus drive to get over. So it's depends where
So
you are.
we
what the plans are.
haven't got magic bands at the minute because we've got.
We've got a million magic bands.
You're not let
Yeah,
me
sorry.
finish on them. At the minute, because we have previous magic bands that we've got. So we've had magic bands from 2019, from 2018, 2019, Christmas 2019. We also have Halloween bands that we bought.
Yeah.
We also bought 2 extra bands across the time being there of different ones that we like. So we've got a lot of magic bands, and we've heard that you can get those reactivated. So our plan at the moment is to reactivate them because I don't see the point in paying for new magic bands when the ones that we've got already are fine, it will just save a cost. Apart from if the new interactive magic bands come out,
Magic band.
where Magic Band Plus, where they will interact with the shows, fireworks, they will interact with some of the statues and different things in and around the park. It's not quite clear exactly yet, is it, what the details of them will be. But if they bring out those, then we will obviously be buying those.
So, Jackson and Shaw has been 3 times, this will be the 4th. Jackson's first time staying at Universal, so yeah, you will. I don't think much at Springs opens till 10 AM. One thing I would say is don't get suckered into eating at Planet Hollywood. We've not eaten there since Disney Springs became Disney Springs from Downtown Disney, but every video I see of people eating there, I've never known anybody like it.
And it's expensive, isn't it? I think people have said.
Shaw hasn't been since 2015. So Star Wars is new, Toy Story is new.
Oh, yeah.
Slinky Dog is amazing.
New.
Rise is amazing.
No, I think I love him. Toy Story Mania.
Yeah, you do.
I love trying to beat each other on
Toy
that.
Mania.
That's the
I've
best.
never
It's
won.
called Toy Story
Yeah,
Mania.
I've
Toy
never
Story, yeah.
won. On every holiday we've been, it's been there.
You'll
I
get
never
better,
won.
baby.
Yeah,
Don't
they
worry.
are absolutely amazing.
Amazing. Yeah, you're going to absolutely love it.
Yeah, had an awful meal with directs at Planet Hollywood. Yeah,
Ah.
that was our experience where it was Downtown Disney and it was a blue dome, not a grey dome, but it,
Oh,
Yeah,
it's not
it-
the blue
well, it's
planet.
grey, you know it's grey. It's been grey every time we've been
Yeah.
since.
I don't think I've ever even seen it. Whereabouts
It
is
depends, it must, where it
No,
always
probably
was. It's not moved.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, I've never known anyone have a good meal there, so just throwing that out there.
Yeah, so that's hopefully we will get the extra magic hours at Epcot that
evening.
night.
Yes.
And I know before I was moaning, and I know that obviously we've got chance to get them here, but I still do think that if you're only
Yeah.
doing one night, you should still get the chance because this is a completely different hotel now.
Yeah.
And if we hadn't have done this, we still wouldn't have got it.
Yeah.
So I think no, it's the actual phone.
Okay.
We need to do that. So moving on, we are then waking up in the morning at the Polynesian, and very luckily checking in to the Grand Floridian that morning. Well, afternoon.
Yeah.
So that is going to be a Magic Kingdom day.
So,
So-
Laura says afternoon. What she's not told you is we've managed to get Grand Floridian club level. Never thought we'd be able to do it. Found a really amazing 25% off Disney Plus offer that I booked with a VPN to get the club level. So I will be checking in at 6 AM that morning and not leaving until midnight the following day
No.
because I will be getting full value for money.
No, it won't be because we've been at the Poly the night before,
Yeah.
and I want to fully experience
Yeah, we want
the
to do the pool,
Polynesian.
don't we?
So we're going to wake up, probably go in the pool at the Polynesian for a little bit in the morning, then probably going to come back, check out, because I think check out is like 10 o'clock anyway.
Yeah.
So we'll probably come out, check out and head over to, well actually I think we're hoping that they'll transfer our bags to the Grand Floridian for us.
I think we can walk that 100 steps between.
No, because I was going to say, obviously, we might head over to the Grand
Oh yeah, if
Floridian,
we do that, then we'll get them to
and then we're
transfer.
going to head over into Magic Kingdom for a few
Yeah.
hours until the room is ready.
Mm.
Then we'll head over to the Grand Floridian. We will have some food in the lounge, have a go in the pool, and we have no reservations that night for tea either, because it's obviously club level. We've decided that we don't need to.
So Dennis is saying, and I agree, Planet Hollywood, Hard Rock, Rainforest, Senor Frogs, T-Rex, all them to be avoided.
Yeah.
Jackson and Shaw have just booked Hard Rock. We've never eaten at Hard Rock. We were watching a vlog the other day, Danny and
Jamie.
that's it. And they went there and it looked abysmal. They were waiting hours and the food
Did they
wasn't.
like it?
No,
I can't remember.
they
No.
really didn't rate it at all. So I know you've watched it. I promise I've watched a few vlogs of people who've been there. And
Are
just,
you staying at the Hard Rock? And I know you said you're staying at Universal. Maybe obviously if you're staying there, it might just be something that's quite convenient for you. So maybe just if you like the food on the menu and you want to go and you want to eat there, then I'd just say go for it, because sometimes it can just be different people's opinions, can't it? So
exactly.
just see how you feel. But maybe if you're not staying there, it's going to be a bit of a trek for you.
Yeah, just be careful because obviously it costs a lot of money, so I just wouldn't want you to be stuck there. There's loads of restaurants on City Walk as well, so I'd maybe just watch them and see what you think. Dennis is saying it's also really loud in there. It seemed on that video
Is it?
that we watched.
Yeah, so I don't like something like that. So yeah, going back to it, we're staying at the Grand Floridian club level, so we're hoping to get all the snacks and the food that we can get. We have heard that they do like afternoon tea in the afternoon when you got warm scones with cream. So like I said, and again, annoyingly, that is a Tuesday, so there is no Magic
But what I'm
Kingdom
hoping is
or
we check out on the Wednesday.
extra magic hours.
I'm hoping with us checking out on the Wednesday, we'll get the perks for that.
Yeah.
Because on our app it says staying at Grand Floridian on the Wednesday.
Okay, so Ant's hoping that because we don't obviously check out till the Wednesday, we've technically stayed there overnight on the Tuesday and we'll be there the Wednesday morning, that means that we can have the access the Wednesday night. So that would mean that we could hang around the following day, because we've booked Whispering Canyon Cafe for tea. So
this is another one that we've toyed with every time.
we're going to go to Magic Kingdom anyway. So again, we're in hope that Grand Floridian will transfer our bags to French Quarter, or we might even go back to French Quarter for a little bit after Grand Floridian. And then we might come back out, have Whispering Canyon Cafe for our tea. Over here in the UK, tea is a lot of time referred to as dinner. If I say tea, I mean dinner. We're going to have Whispering Canyon Cafe for our dinner, and then hopefully, fingers crossed, we will be allowed to experience the Magic Kingdom after our.
So they've just changed Magic Kingdom opening hours, so the after hours for August are 11 till 1.
Oh gosh, that's really late.
Yeah, so Magic Kingdom's open till 11. What I have seen as well, and I'm going to keep a watch on this, is for most of July they're putting 2 fireworks on every night, so I really hope they roll that into August as well.
Yes, I really do. What times was that for now?
I think it was 9:20 and 11.
That's really good. I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, Dennis, I agree. I've not eaten at them all, but the Planet Hollywood Rainforest Cafe, I'd rather eat at Golden Crown as well.
Okay, yeah, so then again, like I said, we're going to Whispering Canyon Cafe. Now this is another one that's a lot of fun, like you ask for ketchup and they shout ketchup and bring 100 bottles to your table. You ask for a large Coke, they bring you like a gallon or something. You ask for an extra fork and they bring you loads.
No, they bring you the biggest fork ever.
Well, I don't know, but I'm just like, I don't really know exactly what their antics are, but it's some kind of thing like that. But in general, the food looks good, so a lot of it is skillets.
Yeah, it's skillets, yeah.
So the skillets look really nice.
And it's as much as you care to enjoy.
Yeah, I didn't say, Ohana for the 3 of us, for 2 adults and a child, is $145. Ohana, again, is an all you care to enjoy place.
Yeah.
So it's the Ohana noodles, the pot stickers, which is like Io's, the bread pudding, and then it is a shrimp, prawns, a steak, and is it chicken wings, I think it is?
Yes, I think so.
Something like that. Whispering Canyon Cafe is $100, which is a bit cheaper for the 3 of us. So that's going to be exciting. The food looks really good there as well, so we're excited about that. And then the following day we are
I'm
back
not
at
talking about.
French Quarter.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Oh,
back
sorry,
up,
we're done that day.
No, sorry, that was me. Yeah, ignore me.
No,
Yeah,
it's
no,
right.
we're back at
No, it's
French,
right. Grand Floridian Day.
Yeah.
We don't have any food. I can't tell.
Okay.
My finger's not going across from. Sorry, that day.
Why don't you just kind of like the rock?
It's okay. I've done it now. Yeah, so that day is the day after Grand Floridian. We're doing Whispering Canyon Cafe.
Yeah.
And we'll put Magic Kingdom. The day after that, we are going to Epcot. We have no food planned for that day because we've eaten so much at the beginning of the holiday.
And so we'll
We
probably do.
had to kind of do a little bit of a break somewhere. So yeah, because we had Ho'ana, then we had no food because we were at club level
Yeah.
of Grand Floridian. Then the following day we had Whispering Canyon Cafe. Then we've got no food, and then we are.
Yeah. If you so, what you need to do is
Matilda,
Yeah.
we just go upstairs for me
Yeah.
and go into my bedroom,
Mhm.
into the bathroom cupboard,
Yeah.
and see if I've got any of those little cotton wool pads for me, please.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
So, yeah, to go back to that stuff because she's right over.
Sorry, so basically, the day after that, we are going to Animal Kingdom Lodge, club level. Now, Matilda doesn't know we're going to Animal Kingdom Lodge club level, so that's why I've just sent her away.
It's a surprise for her, so shh, don't say
Yeah.
that. So that is literally, we go from the Grand Floridian, where it's club level, so we've got no meals, to back to French Quarter to do Whispering Canyon Cafe, to AKL Club.
Yeah.
So we don't need food because again,
Yeah.
club level.
But as
We don't
Jackson
need any
and Shaw
food.
say, we probably will do a little bit of food and wine while we're at Epcot
Yeah.
as well.
So then we've got food covered there. Then the following day we're going to have a rest day because I think we will need a rest day by then. Thank you, Mrs. I think we'll need a little bit of a rest by then.
That'll be a packing day as well.
Yeah, and like getting ready. Then the following day we are at Magic Kingdom and we've got Liberty Tree Tavern
Oh, I'm
booked.
so excited for this.
So yeah, we've liked Liberty Tree Tavern. We kind of stumbled across it at Christmas.
Yeah, by mistake.
Wish we would have booked it for Christmas dinner, realising what type of food it was. But again, this is, well actually, you can have something off the a la carte menu,
But nobody does.
or you can have the all you care to enjoy meal,
Yeah.
which is pork, turkey,
Pot
gravy, mashed potatoes, green beans.
Pot roast.
Was it pot roast?
Yeah,
Was
that's the only place left for pot roast since he took it away from Garden Grill.
Maybe it wasn't pork and turkey.
Yeah, I think
as
it was
well.
turkey and pot roast.
Was it?
Yeah,
Oh, was it
definitely
pork
turkey.
and pot roast.
No, it's definitely turkey. It's
Mm.
basically an all-you-can-eat Thanksgiving Christmas
Yeah, did it
dinner.
have
really.
macaroni cheese?
Yes, everywhere has macaroni
I
cheese.
don't know. Yeah.
Everywhere in America.
And then at the beginning you have a salad, a harvest salad and the bread
Yeah.
rolls. And then at the end it is the toffee, no, the
Ooey
ooey
gooey
gooey
toffee
toffee cake.
Oh my gosh.
Now, Ant has decided that as soon as they put that first ooey gooey toffee cake down, he is going to say, please may you bring me another one because I'm going to eat all this
They
to
only gave
myself.
us a small portion last time and we weren't looking that forward to it, so we kind of eaten and didn't leave any room for dessert, but there will definitely be room for dessert
He
this time.
absolutely loved it, and then he was like, "Oh my gosh, this is amazing! I love this dessert." And I was like, "I told you people that it was be nice, but you have a thing about toffee that you don't like toffee.
Yeah, but I do like
You do
toffee.
say this.
Yeah,
You don't like toffee. You've said that you like caramel, but you don't like toffee.
yeah, but no, this was just
So
amazing.
that's why he didn't think he was going to like it, and then he couldn't believe how good it was, and it was just so funny.
I'm kind of glad that we booked it so late because I think if we'd have booked it earlier, I'd have been like, oh, we need to go back there again.
I've told him we're not repeating restaurants because we want to try new restaurants, not repeat them. So that is going to be booked at lunchtime so that we can have a day at Magic Kingdom.
Yeah.
Then the following day we are doing Animal Kingdom, and that's actually the last day before we come home.
Please
That's our
don't
last
say
full day.
that.
The last full day.
Mm.
So we obviously, like we said before, we normally do Jack and Mickey's at the beginning and the end. We're planning on like holding out a bit with it
Yeah, we've
because
booked it.
if they change it to the buffet I would go back and do it again because of the buffet.
And
But-
if we have a really good experience the first time, we might do as
I
well.
don't know, but I don't want to do it twice
No.
just for the sake of
Yeah.
it. It's a lot of money and there's other places to go to. But the other place to toy in with the idea of is Hollywood and Vine. Because who wants to do Hollywood and Vine?
Measies.
So, Hollywood
Matilda
and
really wants to
Vine.
do Hollywood and Vine.
Up until the end of the 27th is all you care to enjoy. They bring it to your table. On the 28th, which is our last full day, reverts back to a buffet. Now, we've eaten there before and not really enjoyed the buffet that much, but we've eaten
was okay.
there because they have characters dressed up for the occasion, so it should be characters in Halloween dress. But my logic is because it's the first day back as a buffet, they're gonna have everything will be perfect. The top chefs will be there, and we should really enjoy the food. So
I've enjoyed the food the last couple of times. It's not as amazing, but it's
No.
been good. There's been a good selection and a good variety. And like I said, in the morning is Disney Junior characters.
yes,
Now, I'm not quite convinced on what there is at the moment. I know when Matilda was young and we went, it was like Princess
Dot
Sophia,
Yeah.
Jake and the Neverland Pirates, Dot Stuffins,
They
and then I
brought
think it
Vampirina
went
in
to
to replace Handy
Vampirina.
Manny.
Oh yeah, Handy, it went to Vampirina, it went to
Fancy
Fancy
Nancy.
Nancy, and it went to Mickey and the Roads to Races.
Yeah.
Now,
I
I'm
wonder
not
if
sure
Louis
if
there without it.
it's similar now. I think it's still pretty similar, but
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
think so.
too sure, so I don't take my word for it. That's in the mornings, and then at lunch and dinner it changes over to your classic characters. So it is Mickey, Donald, Pluto, is it Goofy and Minnie?
I think Goofy's there, yeah.
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 So at summertime it was like the summertime vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Goofy because Goofy was
Yeah,
the one
that's
who
it,
you
yeah, it
saw
was
at the
Goofy's,
door on
yeah.
that time, and they were all in like their summer beachy wear. But then as it gets closer to Halloween, they start doing the Halloween Vine
And when we
Dine.
say closer to Halloween, we mean halfway through August.
Yeah.
Because that's when Halloween
Well,
really
no, it's more
starts for
no,
everyone.
it's more the end of August. Even
Yeah.
when the Halloween parties start, they don't change it over.
No. But
It was only at the end of
by
August.
the end of August, everything will be pumpkin spiced and Halloween.
Not everything really, but it was at
Feels
the
that
end
way.
of August that they changed the characters over to Halloween. So it's all in their Halloween costumes. Now this is different to the costumes that they wear at the Halloween party. But obviously if you're not going to the Halloween party, it's a good way to see some characters dressed in their Halloween costumes. Minnie is dressed like as a witch. I think Donald was like Dracula.
No, Mickey
Goofy
was Dracula.
No, Donald
Oh, Mickey
was
was Dracula.
Frankenstein.
Donald was
Dr.
Frankenstein.
Frankenstein, not Frankenstein.
Donald was the mad scientist.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Frankenstein.
mad scientist like Frankenstein. I think maybe
Yeah.
Goofy was a vampire or something. I can't
No,
even remember now.
Mickey was the vampire.
Was it? All, but anyway, it's really funky what the
Yeah.
dress up as. So that's another.
So
good one to
there are
look at.
two options for our final supper, as you would say.
Yes.
Our true final supper will be some beignets at French Quarter on Friday, but that's our final
Yeah,
table
that's like the
service
final
meal.
thing,
So
isn't it?
we've covered everything, haven't we, of what we're gonna eat and where we're. So I've just worked out prices of what we think everything will cost in total, just about being hot. So in terms of overall prices, because I've forgotten that it's a touch screen now. So we've got $1,947 for table service set aside. So a fair chunk, that isn't it?
So
And then you've got to throw 20% on top of that for your tips and your tax. So you're looking $2,500 for table
The
service.
table service meals.
Yeah, which
Yeah.
is a fair chunk. But let's see how we get on. Let's.
Yeah. So like we said, we're looking at about £2,500 for all the table
Dollars.
service meals,
Yeah.
dollars. But like I said, we do get
1,600 off Disney.
yeah, we're getting $1,600 off Disney. So that
It
leaves
doesn't
us
leaves us with 900 to pay, and
Yeah.
then that will come. And we've got a table service there pretty much every day, so
yeah, so that leaves us, like I said, with $900 to put the front up to, and then obviously we've got quick service and snacks in between that, but we can't really budget for that because we don't really know. Obviously, we're not going to have a quick service at
Every
breakfast, lunch, and at tea
No.
every day. At dinner, sorry, and we're not going to have like a quick service table service, quick service, because we're not going to eat that much food.
No.
So there's no way of really knowing how much we're going to eat for that, but obviously we're going to take extra to cover things like that, and even like just a quick snack somewhere when we know we're having a big lunch or we've had a breakfast. We might just want something later on in the evening, so it's
A
kind
nice
of just going to be.
$5 bottle of soda or.
No, we're not going to do that.
But no, we're a little bit more relieved after seeing the quick service prices. There's very little quick services that are more than $20 each, and we're gonna be sharing probably 2 between 3 anyway because they're huge. So we'll see how we get
Are
on.
we coming over here?
Yeah, Dennis, the ice water's a must. I
You
know
coming here?
they do it at Starbucks, but they do it literally everywhere. Starbucks is triple filtered, as you say, as well. So that's an absolute plus for us. We've got to take advantage. I still don't understand why Disney haven't got 3-star machines in the parks. And I spoke to the GM at French Quarter about this a few years ago, and I don't know whether he was just not letting on or if they just never go to Universal, but he wasn't even aware that Universal had 3-star machines. I would rather pay $10 a day in the Disney parks and fill my drinks up as much as I want than go and pay $5 for a soda. So ultimately what will happen is they will get 0 money out of me for soft drinks instead of $10 a day out of me for soft drinks. And I'm sure a lot of other people are the same. How many people take loads of bottles of water in with them because they don't want to pay $5 a soda? But if they said, give us $10 and you can fill up your drink as often as you want, people will give them the $10, so I think that they're missing out on money. We are definitely getting the mugs at the resort, and yeah, we've got to get one each, so we've got to get the colours. Still can't get over the fact we don't get them free because there's no dining
We're
bar.
really sad about that.
And then we're hoping that the Halloween ones come out as well, aren't we? Because we seem to always miss the
We've
Halloween
never
ones.
had a Halloween one before. Always missed the Halloween ones, and that's where actually we might only buy 2. And hope the Halloween one comes out because I'm not buying them again.
Yeah. And I said never drink the water from the tap. We've been all right so far.
we've
haven't
never
we?
done-
No, we have from the quick service. That's just from the tap. Joe, when you go and just get the free ice water from all the quick services,
Yeah.
that's just tap water.
It's a
In
free
ice,
water.
yeah. Just put ice in tap water. So just turn the
But
tap on.
Dennis
fill
said
all
about you drinking that ice
Yeah,
water from
Dennis.
the
No,
locations?
Dennis said drink from Starbucks because it's triple filtered.
Oh, okay, I see.
We've
yeah.
been all right so far. So
I think, to be honest, I don't really think we've had many waters from many places. We
No.
had it in Animal Kingdom a couple of times,
yeah, and that
and
was
we
at
had it
Starbucks.
from
Think about it, it's always been Starbucks, other than the one at Animal Kingdom near the
wasn't
Boneyard.
Starbucks.
Near the Boneyard it was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's where we had it. It wasn't
Yeah,
Starbucks
no.
that we got it from.
But the others have. MGM has always been Starbucks, hasn't it?
We didn't. We got it from that wasn't Starbucks, and we got it from Cosmic Rays.
Oh yes, Cosmic Rays, that was the other one. Yeah.
So that wasn't. But what we used to do, because Matilda was younger, she used to have a buggy, like a pushchair. So because we had that, we used to have a cool bag with water in.
Yeah.
So that's why we've never really used the facilities of the water. Like sometimes we did if we'd just got off a ride or we were walking past and there was no queue. It's like, oh, let's just have a quick water there, save it when I have
But
our
I
bags.
really don't want to be carrying around a backpack full of water in 32
No,
degree
but we're
heat.
not
So
going to do that. Is it? We're not going to take some water with us.
yeah,
to
we'll
save
take
it, 'cause I'm
water
not
out
paying for
in the
water
day
in
with us,
park.
won't we? And then we've got to take
Yeah.
one of our park mugs with us. I've noticed that the Universal Park mugs, and I'm not sure if the Disney Hotel ones don't have handles now, so I've bought a holder for it, like a neoprene holder, and we'll probably show you that. We've got to do a packing video next
Yeah.
week, so we'll show that then. But the plan will be we'll take one of our resort mugs out with us, and then we'll pour the ice water into there as well to keep it cold. But we'll, I'd imagine we'll head out with like a bottle of water each that we've been in the fridge,
Yeah,
and then
probably.
we'll drink those first before we do anything
The only
else.
thing, like as well, we're taking our resort mugs with us is when we've got reservations for meals at other resort hotels, you can fill them up. So you don't only have to fill it up at your own resort, you can fill it up at any resort.
Yeah.
So when we go to California, Grand Floridian Cafe for breakfast at Grand Floridian Hotel, I'm getting so confused.
And Topolino's,
And Topolino,
yeah.
and even different, and we go to Sebastian's, all different things like Whispering Canyon Cafe, Ohana, everything. We can fill up our resort mug there and then go out with us. And also, we're only going to take one, but even if it just lasts until we get into the park, it's fine. I'm not fussed.
No, that's it. We just got to do our best. I very much doubt we're going to do any open to close park days either.
No.
So
But even like when we go to Whale and Compass and we're going to have a walk around the boardwalk to show my mum, we can like fill up our drink, have a walk round to the next hotel, fill it up again, have another walk, fill it up again, have another walk. So it's going to be quite good that we can just kind of keep filling and walking as we go, especially when we want to show a lot of these hotels.
Yeah, exactly.
We can fill up our cups as we go showing at the hotel, which I think
So-
will be good.
Anita, you will probably see this later, but really hope that you enjoyed your granddaughter's party. Yeah, Anita just popped on to say that she's just seen this video. She's at granddaughter's party, so she's going to watch it later. So happy birthday to your granddaughter as well.
Happy birthday to your granddaughter Anita. I hope she has a wonderful day.
Yeah, Dennis is saying about getting the bottled soft drinks because they've not got the toxins in them. But I say about us getting these resort mugs, we don't actually, he says, with a soft drink in his hand.
What's bottled soft drink?
Because they come from Mexico, so they've not got the toxic flavouring in that the American ones have.
Refillables or something.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But we don't drink that much of it when we're out there. We
No,
generally
we tend to
just
drink
want cold
water, yeah. And it's more like for the value as well, like the resort mugs, you can get tea and coffee in them and hot chocolate. And it's more like that kind of stuff that we like in them, and like the Minute Maid and the iced tea and stuff like that. It's not necessarily all the pop that we get in them, is it? It's more things like that that we fill them up with, which we do find is helpful.
Exactly.
Whereas a bottle of soda in the park is a lot more expensive.
There'll be one time I can guarantee it where I go and get a blue Powerade and pay $5.
Yeah, there will be
for it,
sometimes.
but
We're not going to say we're never going to do it.
I've just
but
said I'm never going to do it. But it's going to happen at some point, but I just don't want to. Yeah, Dennis said mainly drinks water as well. It's the way to do it. You sweat that much, don't you?
Or I'm not even got it now. You might have saw before that I had water in with a little bit of juice in, like orange juice, and it's not really a thing that you guys have in America.
No.
What we call it over here is cordial. So it's basically like a little tiny bit of diluted juice. So you pour that into your cup, and then you put the water on top, and it gives the water a flavour. So I just had like orange in mine, then you can get blackcurrant and apple.
Yeah.
But over here you can actually buy little tiny squeezy ones that you squeeze in, and that flavours the water. So we're going to take some of those with us. So when we do get the cold water in the quick service places, if it doesn't really taste right, or we just want a little bit of another flavour, we can just put a little bit of flavouring of juice in it for us as well.
Yeah.
And I have seen they sell them in Walmart and Target now as well.
Yeah. Thanks, Jackson and Shaw. Have a nice night, and hope to see you on these again too.
Hopefully
I say,
on
if you're
the
still
videos.
here, we are hoping to do live ones every day that we're away as well. It'll literally be a 5-minute catch up, but
Yeah, so just let you all know, it's 2 weeks to away now. So this
This
time in
time,
2
2
weeks we
weeks.
will be at the airport hotel. So like we said, next weekend we will have, what we're going to have next weekend actually.
we're gonna do a packing video, so that won't be live. But we're gonna go through what we're taking.
Probably not next week though, probably a little bit after that.
No, we'll get most of it. I want to be packed by next Sunday, and then we can chill. So
Okay.
we'll probably get out what we're taking, why we're taking it, how we're packing, because we've got to take less cases than we bring back, and that sort of stuff. But I think that's about it,
Just
isn't
not
it?
really, really hot, aren't you now, buddy?
I think I've just realised we've taken up an hour and 45 minutes of everyone's
So
night.
sorry, but thank you so much for bearing with us. I really appreciate watching these videos. I hope you
it's been
like them.
useful.
Like, I hope they're useful for somebody. I love watching YouTube videos and I find them useful, and that's why we like doing them, to help other people. We also like doing them, especially in the parks, for the memories, so that we can look back on the videos ourselves. Like we went on the Disney cruise last year, and we said the other day, didn't we, about rewatching them because we can't really remember it as much.
And you have blogged, I mean, like, Anna and Anita will know you've blogged and seen the blogs on the Facebook sites, and I'm currently rereading all those blogs to Matilda every night,
so I did
but it's
start off
nice
with
to see the
blogging.
videos
So the
as
very
well.
first year we went to Disney in 2018, I blogged the whole trip. Then I blogged it again in 2019. I blogged it at Christmas 2019, and then just after COVID, we started actually vlogging. So we vlogged a lot of just local things in our area, days
Awesome
out,
towers.
and then we vlogged the whole of the Disney cruise last year, which was the Disney Magic on our staycation cruise from Southampton. We did a back-to-back, so it was 7 nights in total. So it was our first ever cruise, and it was a Disney cruise, amazing. And then we've had the Merlin annual passes, so we've done lots of Alton Towers, we've done Chessington and Thorpe Park in the past. Lots of different days out and things anyway that we've done, Liverpool, Chester, all different things.
And so Nick, she loved your vlogs. You're still debating
Oh,
whether or
thank
not
you,
you got to do
I think,
little ones, aren't you?
I'm going to try and see how it goes with like the vlogging and how much time that might take up, and I'm still hopefully going to do like a little bit of vlogging, because like now when I'm saying about the cruise, I miss like being able to just read back. Like it's been really useful reading back over all our blogs so far, and we've kind of picked up like, oh, we did that on that day, oh well that's a good tip, we forgot about that. You know, it's been really helpful, and I know we can watch back like cruise videos and things, but I like to just like read a little bit as well.
Sorry Dennis, I missed yours. Yeah, we're super excited as well now. Dennis saying he's super excited.
I can't wait, Dennis, I can't believe it.
Anne's got to do some vlogging this time as well.
Yay! Oh, Anne, that will be amazing. Oh, I can't wait to read it. I
The
love
Port on
reading
Wings
it.
Facebook group just doesn't seem to have anybody doing them at the
No
minute.
one's doing it at the minute, Anne, I've noticed. Everyone's gone a bit like quiet on it, so me and you can ramp it up for August, and we'll get on it.
Perfect. But I think we'll leave it there.
Yeah, I'm just going to show you quickly before we leave it there, because you've probably not noticed. I put my Disney snack ears on for this video because I thought it was all about Disney food. And I just love these that someone's like half eaten them. I think it's really cute. And I also put my snack t-shirt on that you maybe didn't use. You bought this off, we've all got one of these, bought this off Etsy, a print, and we just ironed it on. So it says best day ever with all my favourite Disney snacks on.
You've got Halloween ones of them as well, haven't you, for the parties?
Yeah, we've got a Halloween one like this as best day ever as well. Does it say best?
Best day ever.
Yeah,
it's just
best
the
day, but it's all the
snacks.
Halloween snacks. Jasper's now decided he's.
You can end it while you stood up.
Well, I'll kind of show you. He stole my seat. Have you just stole my seat? Yeah. Who stole my seat? Who stole my seat? Yes, you did. Yeah, he stole my seat. So I will end this video while I'm here. So thank you so much everyone for watching. Please like and subscribe to our videos if you've enjoyed this video. Give us that thumbs up, hit the notification bell, and please subscribe. We really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Bye for us from now. We have been Ohana of 3, and